Morning everyone! Well, it's Monday morning. I'm in at the studios. We had a right kerfuffle getting here. But the sun is out. We had a tiny little bit of snow last night and it's pretty much all gone now. Or at least it is from the window. I didn't ride my bike in this morning because although there wasn't a huge amount of snow, it had been very damp before the snow fell, and pretty much every weather forecast I saw just said it was going to be like, they vary between -3 and -6 last night overnight, and basically they all said there's going to be ice everywhere. So I thought, probably not the world's greatest idea. So I got the bus. I came in on the bus and got in, logged my computer on. I'm pointing there because my computer is literally right there. Logged my computer on and there's a Facebook status update by one of my friends saying words to the effect of, oh, it's that time of year where everybody posts a picture of their thermometer in their cars and I'm still cycling to work in my shorts. And I thought, okay, now I feel really bad because I got on the bus and I didn't cycle. Thing is, my friend is a much more experienced cyclist than me. I mean, he's been cycling for years and he's been commuting on his bike for years, and I haven't. So I'm telling myself this is why it's okay for him to commute today, but it was safer for me to go on the bus. That's my story, I'm sticking to it. So I got in this morning and I'm the first one in, which is not unusual because I'm often the first one in on the morning. Most of the other people who work in here tend to come in late morning, early afternoon, and then work into the evening. I don't know why. I prefer to get in nice and early. But the plus side of that is I don't feel completely stupid sitting talking to the camera. So I can get to sit and talk to you guys. Because when there's other people around, I don't like doing it so much. I feel much more self-conscious. Especially being a photographic artist talking about knitting all the time. But there we go. Anyway, knitting. Right, hang on. I'm just going to have a quick drink. Oh, fresh cup of tea. Don't need that. Right, so over the weekend I got the socks. Ta-da! For his nibs finished. I went down to 6 for the toe, on the toe decrease, which makes it really pointy. But I think that's going to be absolutely fine when he gets them on. So I think that's going to be fine. He's tried one on and really liked it, and I made the other one the same size to match. He seems really pleased with them. I know some people will say, but they're opposites, you know, the colourway sort of thing, but I wasn't going to worry about that. I mean, I suppose I could have rewound the yarn to try and... oh, can't be bothered. They're going under his boots. Who cares? He doesn't, so I don't see why I should anyway. Somebody posted on one of the Facebook forums that I'm on recently that if it's the same yarn, they're matching socks. And I'm going to go with that. I think those are very wise words. I'm going to stick with it. So these are the West Yorkshire Spinners Fusion yarn. So I had 2 balls of that I bought at Woollaballoo, and I've knitted both up now. I'm supposed to be knitting my flock of barbel hats. My flock of barbel hats, babel hats, however you want to pronounce it. I want to call it babel, but I'm sure given the fact there's sheep on it, it should be barbel. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit of work done on them. I started, I tried to do some work on this one while we had the open studios and I was sort of sitting around invigilating type thing, and it didn't work. I got a little bit done. I think I got about that much done. It didn't work mainly because I kept getting distracted by things that were going on. so I wasn't really able to concentrate on it, and having started the decreases, I was losing my place, so I thought, oh, I'll leave them and I will move on to the socks. So I took the socks home on Saturday night and I've finished them, and now I have no socks on my needles. This is the end of civilization as we know it. But I really need to... I've just knit 3 pairs of socks in 2 weeks? 2 weeks probably. And to be perfectly honest, I need to crack on with the flock of Babels, because, well, Christmas is approaching and these are destined for Christmas presents. I want to do the number that I need to do for the number of presents. Then I've got a few ideas on how I can maybe change them to personalise some of them a little bit. So my plan at the moment is to knit the number that I need, which is 7, and I think this is number 5. This is number 5. So I've got 2 big ones to do after this. And then my plan is, again, somebody online showed one that they'd done where they changed one of the sheep to a black sheep. That is such a cool idea. So yeah, I think that might have to be done. And I also have an idea. My husband doesn't really... oh God, I'm still getting used to saying that, my husband. Been married 3 months. And he doesn't tend to watch the channel, but he did watch the Vlogmas post that I put up for yesterday, the one where I was sitting in front of the fire on my PJ day. And he's kind of knocked my confidence a little bit, because he just sort of sat there with this look on his face. He's got this way with it, he sort of raises his lip and basically he was looking at it and he was like, what are you waffling on about? Why are you sat in your pyjamas on a video to go on YouTube? Who the heck is going to watch this? What are you doing? Basically, it was that sort of look. And it's kind of knocked my confidence a little bit about doing these vlogs. But I'm going to try and ignore that. So anyway, I don't think he's going to be watching anymore. But I have this plan, and I have actually already come up with... I might show you later. I've had a go at drawing another little colour work chart for a bus, because I think it'd be really cool to do him one with a bus on it, because he quite likes buses. You know, in the same way that some people like steam trains and some people like certain brands of cars and whatnot. He's quite fascinated with the bigger commercial vehicles, specifically buses, not trucks. So I thought I would have a go at doing one of them. And then I also thought I might do myself one, and I was planning on trying to do like a cycle on it, a bicycle. But now I'm thinking I might have to have a black sheep. I might need to be the black sheep. I've got another friend that ideally I'd like to knit her one, but I don't know if I'm going to have the time to knit one and post it. And I don't get to see her very often. We tend to exchange gifts when we see each other rather than post them. So I might just not worry about that one too much until the new year. But I've got a load of yarn, so basically I'm going to keep knitting until I run out of yarn, and then that way I'll also have some spare gifts, which is never a bad idea. It's never a bad idea to have some spare gifts. So I suppose I should really crack on with this then, shouldn't I? Actually, what I should really do is crack on with some work. But if anyone asks, just tell them I was working really, really hard and don't mention the name.